Welcome to Pherotone Studios. Today's video is about my nuts. We're going to be playing with my nuts today. We've got a bone one, a brass one, a plastic one, and a Tusq one. The interesting thing about the Tusq one is on the packaging it says increased harmonic content and richness. We'll test that. And increased sustain. We'll also test that. What I'm going to do is cut these nuts up and fit them to that guitar, and then we're going to put the same gauge and same make string on every single one of them and play them one after the other and see if there is any difference in the material a nut is made out of. Should be interesting because there are some claims going around that it makes a huge difference, which it may do, and if it does, I'm willing to accept that. Just don't think it's going to be as different as they suggest, but we will find out. Well, this is the moment of truth. This is the brass nut. This is the plastic nut. This is the bone nut. And this is the harmonic content and richness of the Tusq nut. Right, we'll do sustain towards the end of this because the tone is the main thing I'm interested in. So I'm just going to cut between the 4 strings and edit it together so it's nice and quick for you to be able to tell any tonal differences. So. Apart from the plastic nut, which sounds just dead, all the others sound pretty similar. I do think the brass one is a tiny bit brighter, but I don't think it's not enough for me to go, oh, I have to have a brass nut on all my guitars. But it does, to me, I do think maybe I should steer away from plastic nuts because that does sound dead in comparison. These are all brand new strings. They're all Ernie Ball. The gauge you get with the original Slinkies, the yellow packets. That's interesting. We'll do a sustain test. This is going to be hard to because I've got to pick with exactly the same power for each of the strings, but we'll try. I think, I haven't tested it, I'll put timings up on the screen, but I think the brass, the Tusq and the bone are about the same, to be honest. Plastic's definitely got less sustain and less tone. I've got this theory that you can subtract sustain by you, basically. So this guitar would vibrate a lot, but if it's against something soft, like a person, that's going to stop vibrations, like me, which is why I tried to have it positioned in a way where it was consistent throughout all of those. So it just tries to make it as, I'm going to say, as scientific as possible. Obviously, the biggest variation is going to be my pick attack, but there's going to be variations in anything like this. I try to use the same guitar, the strings are intonated the same, so they're all set exactly the same here. All the bridge saddles are the same height, and I know the neck has a radius, but I've tried to set the nuts so the strings are the same height, and so the strings are the same height from the pole pieces, so it doesn't matter about the neck radius. I'm not fretting anything, so that shouldn't be taken into account, really. I've just been editing this, and I've had a thought. Even if it's better to have, say, for example, a brass nut, and the tone from that and the sustain from that is better, the minute you fret the string, well, the nut's taken out of the equation. It's this part of the string that you're hearing. So it's sort of pointless. I will do another video where I do a combination of brass saddles and normal saddles and a brass nut and maybe a plastic nut, just so you can have an idea more from a sustain point of view, to be honest. I don't think it makes that much difference with tone, although with plastic nuts it does a little bit, but like I just said, it's kind of pointless because generally you fret a guitar, otherwise you're just an open G, aren't you? So, but I will do a video on that. Leave some comments and let me know what you think. Apart from the plastic nut being the worst sounding, any of the others sound pretty much the same. But leave a comment, let me know if you can tell the difference and what it sounded like to you. I'm going to listen to it again through the studio monitors, so listen to it preferably not through a phone, because that's not going to give you the best comparison, but maybe through headphones or in your car. If there's any way of listening to it that isn't through your phone, just playing out the phone speaker, if you can put like headphones in or on and listen, that would be far better. Just leave a comment, let me know. I have done videos on different bridge saddles, different material bridge saddles and types of bridge saddles. I've also done videos on the positioning of pickups and how that affects tone. I've done videos on tone wood, I've done videos on different string gauges. So I try to look at it from all angles and see what it is that actually has an effect on tone and what doesn't, and to sort of what extent. So you can go, okay, well, if you've got a plastic nut, that's going to be rubbish. Bridge saddle wise, I'll let you watch the video, make your own decision, but a few things make a difference and a lot of things don't. And that's what I'm trying to prove here. So hopefully that was helpful. Check out some of my other videos. I'll put boxes at the end, I'll put links in the description. And thank you for watching. Hopefully that was helpful.